Blaney's rejoining there, they're all three wide. Neil's trying to get involved and Blaney hits them both off. Blaney comes back on the track, hits both cars. It's the right on the back of Bradders into the hairpin on the inside. Bradders outbreaks himself and they both pass, just hard to say. Stevie passes them all straight through. Oh, Callum's lost it! Callum's lost it! What a recovery! He uses the wall, but what a recovery there from Callum. Let's have a look at Steve. Now Stevie holds his own around the outside. And no way Jose, but then gets a slow run out of the corner. Bids us right up on the outside of him again. This is brilliant. LPB WTCR Championship Round 8 Race 4 from the Zunhai International Circuit in China. Hi everyone and welcome back to LPB Racing for Round 8 Race 4 of the LPB WTCR Championship on Project Cars 2. So we're at the Zunhai International Circuit again and we're going to take you through the grid for Race 4. Here we go, onto the grid, onto our drone camera. And it is TY on pole position with Neil Farmack alongside in his Renault. Then it is Intrepid third. We've got Bidster in fourth. Nifty is in fifth with Cy Racing in sixth place. We've got Blake in seventh with Fidel in eighth. We've got Darren in ninth. Bert is 10th. With 11th we've got Twerdy. And at the back we've got Stevie in 12th and Pash in 13th. So let's get on with this race then. Race 4 here at the Zunhai International Circuit. Ready for the off. And away we go. The car at the back a bit fast away. Then that was Fidel possibly in the Mercedes on the left hand side of the screen. But here we go down towards turn 1. This is going to be interesting because it's all going to get very close here. Into the corner. And Bidster to the inside. Bit of contact in the midfield. TY gets the twitch on. And then there's Bidster, Cy Racing, everyone else. Oh, car off on the right. Car off on the right there, I think that was Fidel. And the two BMWs hit each other and they're off into the wall. It's all happened there already. And it's all chaos as everyone else goes through. We've got a car spinning across the track everywhere. It's madness. Intrepid's off, Stevie's off, Fidel's been off. And obviously the two BMWs at the back. We've got Darren and Cy Racing that hit each other as well. So it's all happened on the first few corners. Absolute chaos, but we'll get that straightened out for you in the replays at the halfway stage. But it is Neil Farmack leading the way from TY, and then it's Bidster in third. Fourth we've got Blake, and then we've got Bert, who is in fifth, so he's avoided all that carnage. And then we've got Stevie in sixth, he's just passing Intrepid in seventh. We've got a car on the inside, I think that's Fidel. He's not really going to have a go into there, so Stevie then holds on to sixth place. Further up we've got Nifty in 10th, he was involved in that as well, so was Pash, Twerdy and Darren further back down the order. So quite a messy few corners. I think one car just took itself off and we had two cars just collect each other, and then that's caused a whole sort of chain reaction of people reacting to the incident and then took themselves off and other people with it. So plenty happening there then as we go, as the camera just zooms itself in there as Pash goes through in 10th. He's past Nifty, who's now got Twerdy behind him, trying to pressurise him. As we go down to the next corner, it's just tucks in behind. Meanwhile, we've got a battle for the lead here. TY and Neil alongside each other. TY's got alongside Neil Farmack, but he tucks in. No way through there for Neil Farmack as we go out of the corner. And Neil keeps ahead for now. Bidster's on the back of these two as well. Blake's in fourth. Bert's still fifth. As we look further back, not many people close together further back, I don't think. We've got Twerdy and Nifty together. Twerdy's on the inside of Nifty in the Megane, and Nifty goes down to 12th place in the Mercedes. We've got a car off Cy Racing on the inside there on the grass, the BMW. So he's had another off and he's down to 12th now. So all still chaotic, all still slightly chaotic in this race as it's TY on the inside of Neil Farmack, speaking of chaotic, and Bidster then gets a good run alongside Neil, and a bit of contact towards TY, making himself a little gap, and then trying to go around the outside of Neil Farmack there, and a bit cheeky there from Bids, but still rubbing his racing as we go around the outside, and Bidster takes the lead. What a move from Bids, gets a good run out in the previous corner, gets alongside TY, makes himself a little gap towards the inside of Neil, and then gets round him on pace. So good job there from Bids. It takes the lead. Neil Farmack in second now, TY third. Got Blake closing up in fourth. Blake still wants a piece of this in fourth place in the red Momo Megane there. So he's TY's teammate, part of Friendly Fire. Hopefully there isn't any friendly fire in this race as we go. But Fidel, we've already had friendly fire to a point with two other cars, Cy Racing and Darren in the two BMWs. So we've had manufacturer friendly fire, but not the official team. But we go out the corner. There's Intrepid in 9th with Twirdy in 10th. Meanwhile, back to the front where the main battle is at the minute. So the four cars battling for the lead now, because Blake's more or less on this now. So 1.5 seconds between the top four in this race here. Race 4, and it's typical final race of the day antics. So obviously in the first half we've had a lot of action, which we'll get replays of later on as they all close up into the corner. Bids runs a bit wide there, and Neil gives him a helping hand. There you go, Bids, have a hand. But Bids gets a bad run out the corner, and Twirdy is now in 9th, Intrepid 10th, Nifty in 11th, so Intrepid's working his way up, or either that or... No, it's Twirdy working his way up, he's passed Intrepid. So it's gone the other way around. So that's all close as we come out the hairpin this time, and TY now gets a good run on Neil Farmack. So TY and Neil side by side in the two Megans down towards the two left-handers. I had to think about my left and right then, I got mixed up. But into the left-hander, and TY, oh, he's keeping alongside him on the outside, still side by side as we go through the right-hander, and he's still side by side, still keeping alongside each other. Blakeney's just rubbing his hands together, just thinking, will it come to me, will it come to me? But side by side, and Blake's keeping himself on the inside in case Neil goes wide. TY's still, but how are they still side by side? They've almost been side by side for a full lap, but that's a good half a lap at least. And out of this corner, has anyone got a pace advantage? No, they're still side by side into the last corner. Surely they've got to decide it here. And no, Neil's still alongside him. This is incredible. Still side by side with TY. Oh, they've been together now for almost. If they can do it through these next two corners, it'll be almost a full lap side by side, which would be incredible. Neil's on the outside, TY's on the inside. And Neil's just about got it, and now TY gets up the inside again. Has he cleared him this time though? Has he just about cleared him? Out of the corner, and he's going to try and tuck in now. Yes, he's got through, so that was incredible. About 3/4 of a lap side by side, and Blake now sticks his nose up the inside, but Neil chops it off. No way, Jose, you're not coming through there. And Neil now right on the back of TY again, and again, they're side by side. You can't get these two apart. Absolutely incredible racing here as we go into the next corner. Business was watching his mirrors being entertained. Blakeney's been entertained and just hoping they take each other off. But, and the side by side again. Oh my word, this is getting the norm now. Absolutely madness here in LPB racing. And this is the kind of racing we like to see. This close up front racing where the drivers are aware of each other's surroundings like that. TY gives Neil room. Neil goes to the inside and tries to give TY room as well. And that is how you race. Fantastic example of clean racing there by TY and Neil Farmack. Everyone else in LPB racing, take note. That is how you do it. And that's how it should be done on Project Cars anyway. Good stuff there by them too. Meanwhile, Patch is up to 7th now. He's ahead of Fidel. He's in 7th place now. So moving up the field slowly after being taken out. After being involved in that first corner action. So and Bert is in 6th place. He's just ahead of these guys here. So up to the line then. And it's Bidster across the line. He's actually going a bit slower here, and TY's closing up just before this starts heating up again, guys. We'll get the replays in of the first half action for you now. Here's the replays from the first half of the race. Okay, here's the first of the replays then. We're on board with Stevie, so we're just going to go to the first corner, then we'll go in slow motion to try and piece everything together of what happened on this first lap. So everyone's quite close together. So what we'll do now is we'll go into slow motion. Sorry guys, just altering the buttons there. So we go into the corner. You see Nifty there hits the back of Bids, and then we've got a bit of contact ahead as well. Neil Farmack sliding, and then TY ends up sliding as well. And so that's a bit of a chaos there as it is. We're keeping to the inside. Nifty understeers into Intrepid, takes him off on the left hand side there, and then we've got Fidel off on the right here. And then he comes back on as you see Bidster gets sort of hit by Sign, then Fidel doesn't have anywhere to go. He gets tapped round, and then we're pushing Blake to the outside. We're trying to give him as much room as we can. Now watch here, Cy Racing comes across and hits Darren. So the BMW on the right is Cy Racing, and then he just keeps hitting him. The magnetic effect starts. So it was the initial contact that caused that incident, and then he takes them both off into the wall. and then we go down to the next corner. So you see there, Darren exits on the stage left. Cy Racing rejoining. Twerdy has reacted to that, and he's come across and sort of tapped Stevie, which then sends Stevie into a massive sort of slide, and then see Twerdy goes around there as well. Further back we've got more cars off, but then Intrepid hits the grass and comes across on Pash. Then we get Twerdy coming back across and hitting Stevie, and then you see Intrepid spawn, Pash has spawned, Intrepid's going on the other side. We've got Cy Racing recovering, and Fidel going through the middle of it all. But look at Stevie there, does a complete sort of 420 or 720, sorry, and recovers. And then we've got all the rest of them coming through. Twerdy's still going backwards. Intrepid sort of cutting the corner to try and save the chaos, and that is what pieced together all the first lap bit stuff. And now let's watch that again, but at full speed. So here we go, Stevie coming down to the first corner. So watch Nifty Dart Ninja, brakes late. See Neil comes across on TY as well. Bang, 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 it all sets off. Cars everywhere, and then we've got Fidel off. Vince gets hit by Cy, takes Fidel. Cy then goes across and hits Darren, takes Darren off. So Cy Racing a bit clumsy there really, and then everyone else trying to avoid everything, and then that sends Stevie into a spin, Twerdy off into a spin, which then hits Stevie, and then it all takes off from there. That's how quick it all happened, guys. And now here's a look at the start from Cy Racing. So gets a good start in the BMW, obviously, and then goes down to the first corner. Neil brakes and TY hits the back of him, he moves across in the braking zone. A bit dangerous that, then that causes a few repercussions behind. And then watch here, so we see we do a little tap to bits, then we tap down, but then we should be moving over to the right now to give him some more room, but we don't. Takes him off into the wall, and then we go off here. Then watch everyone else down there. See, all action sort of takes place. Pash spins, Intrepid spins as well, and then we're getting some more angles now. Okay, here's a look at the stuff just after turn 1, then on board with Pash. So watch Intrepid on, see the cars go off on the left, then Intrepid moves across, taps Pash. He then puts himself on the grass into a spin, takes Pash out again, and hits him round, and then we have to recover, and then there goes Nifty in the background. But yeah, all action there. And now back to the racing action. And as we come back from that, you can see Bidster defending from TY there. So TY closed up, he's defending, and then Neil tries to go alongside him yet again, but then goes wide, and Blakeney now finally takes advantage and goes into third place. Meanwhile, TY's on the back of Bids, so Bids must have had a slowdown penalty of some sort for him to sort of have them come up to him, or TY at the pace. But now he's going side by side with Bids, and Bids goes through the corner, gets a good line, and holds on to the lead for now. We'll have to see how good that stays on. Neil Farmack's gone off the back of the group. He's made a mistake at that next corner, and he's just gone off there. Stevie then closing up in the BMW, trying to get as close as he can. Further back we've got Fidel and Twerdy quite close. Fidel's holding off Twerdy for now, but Twerdy's on the move here. And TY is in the lead of the race. TY's took Bidster into the hairpin, so he took him into the corner, and TY takes back the lead of the race. And Bidster is in second now, but he's going to try and hound him, try and keep on the back of him if he can. But now Bidster's got Blakeney to worry about. Blake's on the back of this group now. Out of the corner, down the straight, Bidster in the draft of TY's closing up to him. Will he have a go into the hairpin? He's on the inside, he's just having a little look on the inside, he's trying to put TY off, and it works. TY goes wide, Bids on the inside. The brake disc glowing here. The brakes on these cars getting overheated because there's quite a lot of heavy braking zones in this one. As TY defends from Bids, as Pash now has got, he's all over the back of Bert. Bert's got Pash for company now, so Bert under pressure from Pash in the Renault. But back to the front, TY looks like he made a little error coming out the last corner, and Bidster gets alongside him again, and he's through already. So Bidster goes through already, and now can Blake have a go at his teammate? Will he have a go? Will he challenge his teammate? He has a little go, but doesn't force the issue too much, because at the end of the day, it is his teammate. He doesn't want to do anything to impede his pace or take him off, but again, he does want points for himself. TY in the battle with Stevie for second place in the championship at the moment as well. So TY's boosted himself back up there, and Blake is in the running for 5th place in the championship. He's battling with Pash and Neil, so there is 2 main rivals in the championship as well. Vince is extending his lead, and he's always trying to. trying to extend his lead in the championship race. If it keeps up like this, Bidster might be able to win the championship at the next round. We'll have to see how it goes. We'll have to check up the points afterwards. But further back we've got Intrepid and Fidel. Intrepid's past Fidel. Fidel's gone backwards. Intrepid's making his way up the field now. So getting the hang of the car. Nifty Dark Ninja is approaching in 11th as well. We've got Darren catching up in 12th, and Cy Racing's gone right to the back, and the BMW not suiting him, this car. I don't think he's not having a good race at all. But Bidster is under pressure from TY. It's a cracking race up front. The ultimate example of good racing by LPB Racing, being brought to you by Bidster, TY and Blakeney so far, and Neil Farmack earlier on in the race, obviously. Brilliant racing between TY and Neil earlier on, the class of the field. And now TY gets a good run on Bidster. Down out of the corner, he's along the inside. Down towards the first corner hairpin. Bidster just getting him a little bit of a squeeze, moves over for a bit more of a better line, tries to go for a cut back out the corner, but TY has got the move done. And now Bidster down to second place, TY back in the lead. Now can TY either pull away, or will he try and tactically sort of defend hard from Bids and try and hold him up and then put him back into the hands of his teammate? It looks like he's trying to pull away, but he made a little error there, and Bidster is straight on it to the outside. Side by side through the kink and then into the right hand hairpin. TY should have the inside here, unless Bidster can go around the outside of him. He gives him space on the inside, but TY gets back through, and Bidster tries to get the power on the outside, and Bidster now side by side with TY. Side by side towards the next two left-handers. On the inside goes Bids. He's on the inside, brakes late. Oh, he braked a bit too late. TY straight back on the inside, but couldn't do anything with it. He had to back out because he was going in just a little bit too hot, and he was just about to hit the back of Bidster there, but luckily had the awareness to back out of it and got himself recovered. Bidster holds his lead then. TY still challenging him in second place. Meanwhile, further back we've got Bert is now in 7th. And Pash is up to 6th, so Bert down to 7th. And on the grass there, that could be the opening that Twerdy needs here in the McGann. Hoping to make up yet more places in this race, but doesn't get close enough to challenge. Fidel is back with Darren in 10th. We've got Nifty in... Oh, Darren's up to 10th, and then Nifty and Intrepid are down to 11th and 12th. Just checking the stuff, that's it. And Bidster then in the lead, so TY is sticking with him. Penultimate lap of the race. Bidster trying to gap him if you can. 142.5 for Bidster last time round, 43.1 for TY, but remember he did have to brake a bit harder into that that first of the double lefts to try and not hit Bidster into the corner. So theoretically then identical on lap times, and Neil Farmack now, he's right on the back of Blake. He's caught up to the back of Blakeney now, and he's going to be challenging for that podium place in his car. Pash is in 6th, so it's not going to be a bad points haul for the Smoking Tyres team. He's going out the corner, and now TY's alongside Bids up front. The two leaders are side by side. Bids is on the inside, TY's on the outside. Let's go into the corner. See TY on the outside there, he's trying to go around the outside of him. Oh, he goes wide onto the grass. Oh, he's thrown it away onto the grass, and he's rejoining now. And Blake then looks for the inside, but now he has got to take his line. Blake gets slowed up by his teammate, and will Neil Farmack take advantage? Blake's going to have to defend hard into this next corner, otherwise Neil's going to go for a gap, and he is. He's going for a gap on the inside. Blake's left the door slightly open, and Neil's in there like a shot. Oh, but he goes wide, and Blake takes the position, and now he attacks his teammate. Good awareness by all these guys, checking the mirrors, doing what they need to do, making sure they're aware of what's around them. That is how you race clean, and this is the example that is going to be set for hopefully for the remainder of the season. If people can race like this all down the field, it's going to make things really, really interesting. But Bidster on the last lap then being gifted a 2.5 second lead after TY's mistake. So Bidster, if he doesn't make any mistakes, he should be okay for the win. But Blake has now got Neil all over the back of him. He looks to the inside and looks back. Blakeney looks to get past his teammate as well. He's saying, let me through. I need to get this Neil off my back. Let me through, please. But TY does not oblige. He wants to try and catch up to Bidster or just hold his second place. More points is points mean prizes in any motorsport category. As we go over the curbs and out of the corner, Neil Farmack pressurising Blake as hard as he can, but Blake made a stern stuff. He has not we're gonna yield that easy. Slightly defends into the corner, a bit of a darty line in to make sure he's not going to do anything on the way in, but he doesn't. As we look further back, we've got Twirdy and Bert. So Twirdy's up in 7th, Bert is now down to 8th place. Fidel is in 9th, we've got Darren in 10th, and then they're all a bit more spread out further back as well. So we'll just focus on the battle for 3rd place then, which seems to be the battle on track at the minute. Blake holding on to Neil Farmack here, so into the last couple of corners, the penultimate corner coming up here. Vincent's already through, TY's in, Blake's in as well, just defends the inside slightly. That could hinder him on the way out, especially if Neil Farmack can get on the power well, which he kind of does, but uses a lot of curb. That'll not help the initial traction out of the corner, and it looks like he might have to hold on for a 4th here. But Bidster's out the last corner now, and Bidster is going to take victory in this race. Bidster wins. Oh, Neil's lost it in the background. Oh, he's gone round. Bidster wins. TY 2nd, Blakeney 3rd, and Neil with the mother of all slides out of the last corner. What a recovery, and recovers to 4th. But we'll get a replay on that in the segments in a little bit. But Stevie finishes 5th. We've got Pash in 6th there, crossing the line. Twirdy is going to be in 7th, followed home by Bert behind there in the Mercedes. So Bert in 8th place. Fidel is going to finish in 9th position, with Darren recovering to 10th after the incident on the first half of the race. So on the first first straight of the race. Intrepid is in 11th. And then we've got Nifty coming across in 12th. Not a good race for him. He's had some good results in the previous 3 races, but this one in 12th place, unlucky for him. And Cy Racing is going to finish off the 13 finishers. So we'll just get the replays of the second half in for you first. Here's the replays from the second half of the race. Okay, here's the replay. What happened to Neil on lap 5 then for him to lose that time to the others. He just went too wide and then missed his braking point completely, and that's how he lost a couple of seconds. Replay on board with Neil Farmack then to look at his sort of hairy moment on the last corner. So he gets a good run on Blake, then look, hits the grass here, and then round she goes, all the way around it. Whoa, and lucky in front wheel drive, managed to recover it quite quick, and then gets across the line just before Stevie gets there. But that was entertaining, and also quite heart rate elevating, I would imagine. And now we come back from that, we will go to the results, followed by the overall championship standings. Okay, here's the results then of that race. So Bidster wins the race. Well done to Bidster. It's Blaney who takes 2nd place, because TY had a 2-second penalty for track limits. So it is Blake who takes 2nd, with TY in 3rd. Then it's Neil Farmack in 4th. Stevie finishes in 5th, with Pash in 6th. If you go to the page, Twirdy's 7th, with Bert in 8th. Fidel is in 9th. And then we've got Darren in 10th, Intrepid in 11th, Nifty Dart Ninja in 12th, and the poor old Cy Racing, loving that BMW, not in 13th place. And now, guys, we'll go over to the overall championship standings. Bidster on 610 points in the lead. Stevie and TY equal now on 472 as we go to the next round. So in close there for 2nd, Neil Farmack 424, Blakeney on 385 in 5th. 6th is Pash on 306, 256 for Twirdy in 7th. Intrepid on 239, George 222, Bradders 171 in 10th. Then it's Darren on 129 in 11th, Fidel at 112 in 12th. Then it's Cy Racing 108, followed by Bert on 109, 94 for Will, 42 for Yonko, 31 Growley, Nifty Dart Ninja 25, and Hobno on 19. Team points is Friendly Fire on 857, Brave and Bold on 782, closely followed by Smoking Tyres on 777, Jackpot, and then we've got Dive Squad on 747. So the team points looking quite close, and an interesting battle for 2nd place developing in the championship race as well. And as we come back from all that, your winner there is Bidster. Was giving some light there. Bidster wins the 4th race here at the Zunhai International Circuit in China. Well done to Bidster, he wins. And we will then see you next time, guys, for round 9 of the season, which will be at Spa. Spa-Francorchamps for races 1 and 2. Race 2 is probably going to be a bit wet. And then we've got races 3 and 4 around Nürburgring Sprint Circuit, which is the shortened version of the GP loop. So we'll see you for that one, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you then. Take care, everyone. Thank you for watching another race by LPB Racing. Hope you all enjoyed that one, and don't forget to like, subscribe, leave your comments down below. Next time it's going to be round 9 of the WTCR Championship, race 1 from Spa-Francorchamps, and as you can tell from that picture, it's going to get fun.